get it piz-oppin', no stopping, headlock, wrist locked in. That's not an option. I'm not going to stop. So we need to start a conversation.
Kirk's not stopping.
Property Ebonics.
Yo, man, this is another episode of Property Ebonics with Kirk and Alan. You know what I'm saying?
Ebonics. What up? What up?
Yeah, yo, we got a very special guest with us today.
Very special. Very special.
Rocking the floral bucket hat. I like that, John. You know what I mean?
Rocking the Newport.
Oh yeah, rocking the port hat, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Harrisburg, PA's very own, very funny Damien Robinson in the building.
What's going on, bro? What's going on, good fellas?
Yeah, man. So thank you for being on, man. You've been we've had you in mind to be on for a while, so it's cool to see it into fruition and all that, man. That's wild.
Yeah, man. What you up to on this Sunday, man? What's going on? How you feeling today?
Man, I'm good, bro. It's like 70 degrees, man. I don't like this shit, bro. I like cold winters.
Really?
Yeah, I'm chilling, man. I came out to my car to get away from the family so I could actually do this podcast. I don't want kids running around in the background acting a damn fool. So, we
appreciate that. I just put my kids in the car when I'm recording, so that way I have space to myself. So I like your approach as well.
Kirk ain't got no kids, man. Don't let him lie to you, man.
That's true. I do not have any kids.
Don't let him lie to you, Dame.
Don't start either, bro. I mean, they're good. They're good around this time because them taxes definitely hit hard. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
look, overnight thousand there.
I heard a quote. It said that a lot of people always talk about how when you have kids, it derail your dreams and you can't do what you want to do. But one quote I heard and I really liked it was kids don't stop your dreams; they just slow it down a little bit. You know what I mean? So I mean, it can for me, I do a lot of my jokes about my kids. You know what I'm saying? But I also am with my kids a lot, so it'll stop me from doing comedy. So it'll slow you down a little bit, but it ain't gonna stop your dreams. So Kirk, you can just shoot the club up, Kirk. Just pull the condom off and make it happen.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
I feel like I see this with both of you, and Jamie. I'm kind of curious on this too. That comedy or kids rather, they fuel the comedy in a lot of ways. Once having kids, how did you feel that affected your performing and just writing? Did anything change?
Well, I had to. Damn, that's a good one. I had to be mindful of what I say around the house as far as what I'm writing. You know what I mean? Normally I discuss with my wife, what I'm writing about, and sometimes I can't say exactly, so I gotta pull her to the sidebar. We'll go down and act like we're doing laundry, and then I tell her the joke, and she'll be like, "Oh, that's kind of touchy," and I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't want to say it around the kids because I don't want my kids running around there trying to emulate dad." You know what I'm saying? So
I'm at a point now where I'm trying to. It's hard, right? But I'm trying to envision my kids seeing and hearing every joke that I tell. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when I write a new joke, I'm literally cognizant yo, if my kids hear this, how would they feel? So I try not to it don't always work, but I try not to be so sexual but because sometimes that's the easiest route, just to hit them with a sexual joke, it's low hanging fruit. So it can be easy. So but I'm trying to be mindful, you know what I'm saying? So I think that for me, having kids probably makes me a better comedian. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for them, I'd just be letting all kind of dumb stuff go out, you know what I'm saying, without even putting a filter on it. But now that I'm trying to make it so my kids can hear it, I mean, everybody can hear it, you know what I mean? So I think it might make me a little better, you know what I'm saying?
With you feeling that in a sense, your comedy becomes a bit more clean in some aspects, do you feel you're closer to a Bill Cosby type comic?
Who, me?
No. Don't talk. He asking you that, Dame. He ain't asking me. Am I
I'm asking you that, Alan. I'm asking you. That's a question for you.
No, I'm nothing like Cosby, man. I get consent.
I'm prior, if anything, except I don't smoke crack, suck dick, and set myself on fire. You know what I'm saying?
The extracurricular activities.
That's wild. So Damien, for those that aren't familiar in the Harrisburg area, you're one of the funnier people out there, prominent, been doing it for a while, and you on occasion guest host at Boomerang Comedy Zone. which in my opinion is one of the better open mics in general, let alone in central Pennsylvania. How has that been in terms of like bringing in new comics, and because you'll get like 20 to 30 people per night?
Yeah. Well, I just hosted Thursday. We had 41.
Yeah.
Yeah, 41 at the open mic. So we were doing 3-minute sets. And there's kind of like a surge of like a black renaissance now, you know,
Nice.
spearheaded by me. Like I've been bringing more and more black comics around the Comedy Zone, because for about 4 or 5 years, I was like the only black comic with like a Lamar Lee drop in, or a Haciel Ayala, which is he's a black Spaniard, you know what I'm saying? So like we
With
were
that
like the
new,
only black
yes.
people around for a while, you know what I mean? And like I started doing hood shows, more hood shows, and so I could perfect that. And I started running to all these black comics around Harrisburg and around the area. So I was like, listen, like y'all need to come get this work that I'm getting. So you know, it's been like a nice little surge. Just like now we got Eddie Daniels, Jibba Jab Piece, Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying? Kevy Kev when he decides to come out, you know what I mean? Like, so it's good to see, you know, like this is now like a real diverse mic too, you know what I'm saying? Like we got Spanish people, you know what I mean? Like it's good. It's good the fact that like things are changing, you know what I'm saying? Sam Cobb, yeah, definitely Sam Cobb, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Anthony Withers when he comes up from Maryland, you know what I'm saying? Like Dez used to drop in every once in a while, and that's how I met Dez. You know
Shout out
what
to
I'm saying?
Fez.
Yeah, Dez is definitely a beast, man. Miggs Rodriguez comes up with him. You know what I mean? So like I'm just loving the fact that like this mic is definitely one of the most diverse. Sometimes it feels overcrowded, especially with 41 people. Like I kind of miss the days where it was only like 15 to 30 of us tops. You know what I'm saying? But I'm liking that like more comics are starting to come out and get more work. You know what I mean?
It's cool to hear how embracing you are and welcoming to new people and bringing them in. With open mics, you get a lot of just different characters, some you may or may not know. How has it been navigating through, say, like newer faces or newer comics that may, whether that be unruly or may just not know how to operate at an open mic? How is that in terms of coaching some of the newer people?
I mean, I am kind of like a coach there. Like, you know, people come up to me and just because I'm an open book when it comes to comedy, because like there's nobody to guide my hand and help me with the shit. So it's like if I see a new comic coming in and they look like they're worth a damn on stage, I'll give them a few pointers. You know what I'm saying? And you know, help them out with some of their joke writing and everything like that. You know what I mean? Or if they're like, yo, like that's a funny bit, I'm like, well, it's yours. You know, take it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because like I figured the more we eat out here, the better it is for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a good comedy scenes like in Central Pennsylvania, but we're overlooked because we're Central Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? Like we're sandwiched between two big cities, Pittsburgh and Philly. You know what I'm so it's like when they come here, you know, like they see what we're doing because we're a lot more looser with what we say around here too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's always a blessing too. Is we're not censored like you would be in Philadelphia. It's like a no holds barred type comedy style here in Harrisburg at the Comedy Zone. You know what I'm saying? So like that's always fun. You know what I mean? Like it's fun when you can be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And there's no real judgment. You know, like that's always a blessing in comedy. You know what I mean? Like I've done shows in New York. Yeah, maybe to a fault. I feel you on that, Pat. Maybe to a fault. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like it's a blessing because it lets you see your strengths and it also lets you see your weaknesses too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what Pat's saying, maybe to a fault. I agree with that. Sometimes you need a little bit of pushback on what you say because not everything should be said. You know what I mean? Like, because when you do go to places, you know, where they don't know you, where it's bigger city, more progressive, you know what I'm saying? Like they might be like, oh, what you talking about, bro? You can't, you know what I mean? So sometimes I think that, you know, what I learned is just going to the bigger cities every once in a while, testing your stuff out is necessary. You know what I'm saying? So you can be like, have you ever had any new people try to come up, any show, mic, whatever, try to like tell you what to do and tell you how it's supposed to be going. You ever had like that big-headed new person that think they know everything, but
Yeah.
they don't know anything yet?
Yeah. Nah, there's a few cats that you know, they're like, yo, I would have wrote it like that, and I'm like, well, you still haven't really gotten your first laugh or your first check from comedy, so don't tell me what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
those people are fun to watch progress, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, don't give me advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was an incident one time where I was going through like a bad slump, you know, because I wear my heart on my sleeve. And they was like, yo, what happened, bro? Because, you know, I was trying out new material that wasn't hitting. So it was like me just, I got to rework it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Saying to myself, I just got to rework it. And they're sitting there like, yo, yo, you're not hitting it the way you used to hit it. Da da da. And I'm like, yo, like, that's comedy though. Like, you have to work shit out. So, you know, like, once again, you have yet to like really make an impact in comedy. So who are you to be trying to give me advice? You know what I'm saying? So I sat there and I laughed and everything like that. And, you know, shit goes overhead sometimes.
That's the thing, especially with working with new material, or if you are in like, say, like a slump, particularly with new material, though, that is a part of it, and why open mics are important, because you're trying new stuff out, and it may not hit the same as some of like the material that you're used to presenting. I think to the kind of like the unconditioned eye, that could look like, oh, what happened to that person, or oh, why aren't they as funny this week? But if you're conditioned and you kind of recognize the rhythm of it, it's like, oh, that person's trying new stuff out. And there's kind of ebbs and flows with comedy, and it's sometimes people don't have their best performances. Open mics are a great place for that.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta try it out. If you don't, you can't be afraid to try out new stuff either, man.
Yeah, because you got some people that come to the open mics, and I'm sure you see this wherever you're at, Alan, and you know, you, Kirk, wherever you're going. A lot of the time, you see guys go up there, and they're just recycling the same material, and it's like, bro, you got to get past that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny, but you've been telling that joke for 2-3 years, and it doesn't hold weight no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fear, man. That fear. I've been trying to teach my kids that, like, that fear will hold you back, as they just afraid of trying new stuff. They're afraid of failing. You can't. Failing is great.
Yeah.
That's when you learn. You gotta fail. If you're not failing, if you're just doing the same thing over and over again, you're not growing. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And the great thing about that is, like, once you do have new stuff, some stuff that like may not work at first, that feeling when it does work, like when you have something new and it works, is one of my favorite feelings in comedy. Besides being paid thousands of dollars by bookers all over the nation. I want to have that on record. Yes.
So let's talk about it, man. I know everybody see what's going on in the world, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the whole thing going on with Russia, Ukraine. It's hard for me to understand what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Kirk, if y'all can help me understand, but all I know is Russia is mad at Ukraine for some reason, and they just bum rushing them, like, for some reason. Like, do you know you know why?
I only know I could explain it to an extent, and for listeners, recognize that this is a podcast and fact check your stuff. But so a big part of it is that Ukraine, they pretty much been trying to get not necessarily independence, but in some sense, they don't want to be a part of Russia again. Like, they're their own kind of thing. They're their own country. And Russia feels that they're getting a lot of Western influence in Ukraine, and that there's a lot of politics happening in Ukraine in the sense that it's going to affect Russia. And pretty much Putin's justification of what he's throwing out there is that he can't let that happen, because that will be a demise for Russia. So Russia has to control Ukraine to some extent. And because they've been going back and forth over years of that not wanting to be a thing, not a mutual interest for both, now it has ultimately led to the invasion. Yeah. That's my very glimpse understanding of it.
Yeah. I wasn't 100% sure, but I don't know if y'all saw this. But yesterday, y'all know Brittany Griner. the basketball player for
Yes.
yeah, yo, she got I guess she got caught in the Russian airport with like hash
With
in her vape
cartridges.
pen.
It was a cartridge oil, the THC ones.
Yeah, and they
And
said that she been booked for like 3 weeks, and we just found out about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're saying criminal charges up to like 10 years. I mean, that's just a number they threw out there, sort of
Her
thing like
career.
that. But I mean, I'm just, especially like you're in a different country, especially Russia right now. That has to be a stressful situation, let alone for, I guess it's more normalized here perhaps, but for a THC pen, that's kind of bonkers. So they have her. I don't know like exactly. I don't know if Alan, you got the details on this. Is she still held right now? Is she out on bond,
No,
bail?
she's in jail. Like
Oh my
they
Yeah,
goodness.
locked
in
up,
the
man.
gulag.
Listen, bro. This how I feel about it. You cannot break the law in places like Russia, bro.
Yeah.
Like, dog, like, and then like it's like the worst time because what's going on with Ukraine? Like they, dog,
Yeah.
I feel so bad for her, yo, because like this crazy, like she probably stressed the fuck out, bro.
Was she
like,
there on a game sort of thing, or was she just there to like hang out?
She's probably
No.
there with her wife.
No, what happens is, look, so this is what a lot of WNBA players do. Every off season, they go to other countries to keep playing ball and get paid. So like she's playing ball in Russia, like in the off season. That's what she do. She probably does it every year. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, but it makes sense though. Like if you off half the year, go get some more money. You get money playing ball. I would do it too.
Yeah. No, I get that. That's why I dog sit for my mom sometimes. It's all right. Well, I'm not working this weekend. I gotta get that guap. My dog sit there's lops opposites real quick. So I understand that logic completely. That's unfortunate, and we're seeing a lot of just about Russia in general because everything that's going on. One thing that we're seeing, and it kind of a little, I won't say it's a complete comparison, but it reminded me of just the earlier attention that was brought on to Palestine and Israel a few months ago, in that we're seeing a lot of anti-Russian sentiment. As we saw the sanctions being put on Russia, and just kind of how the world is reacting, which isn't, in my opinion, not a bad thing. However, it feels like in the unification and solidarity for Ukraine and the support that people are showing for Ukraine, which is great, it's also coming with a side of anti-Russia ideas. Have you guys been seeing any of this? Like there's been a few places that have pulled vodka off of their charts because it's a Russian product. Yeah, and I don't know if that's a part of the sanction or not. More notably, there's a school in Italy they took the Russian writer Dostoevsky off of their curriculum because he's Russian.
That's your boy. Ain't that your
That
boy?
is my boy. Yeah, I took note of that one because I was like, that's kind of wild.
Hey Dame, every episode we like talk about things we suggest for people to listen to what they should be doing. And Kirk always suggests that we should read books from this dude. But
he's a Russian philosophical fiction writer.
I've heard his name, but I'm not familiar with I've heard his name because I hang with scholars and they always talk about old boy, but it's like I've never read any of his shit. So
yeah, who knows? I may be banning it soon, so you might gotta get your copy sooner than later.
I just think it's hilarious. That might be. I think it's hilarious how Dame just call him old boy. You know what I'm saying? Hanging around a lot of scholars, I don't know about old boy.
I don't want to butcher his name, so he's old boy to me.
Respect that. Yeah, no, he is an old boy right there, man. He's one of my favorite writers. But in general, though, he's a very prolific and profound writer. In terms of philosophy and theology, he hits all the notes, and he's recognized throughout the whole world. So to hear that a school of all places are deciding, hey, we're taking this off because what's happening, what the government is doing in current day Russia. Things like that don't ring fair to me. We're not necessarily, it's not the Russian people invading Ukraine, it's their government. And sometimes you have to recognize people could be mad at the American government, but it's different to have discrimination towards the American people. And it feels like that's happening a bit with Russia, or at least I've read it may happen.
Yeah, that's what they do, bro. That's literally what they do. Remember, Trump did the Muslim ban.
Yeah.
Remember that? Like you just ban every single Muslim country peoples from coming. Like that people, the people was not his problem. It was the government, things like that. That's what all these leaders do, bro. And the people like us, we get caught up in a mix. Like so us, we American. If we go somewhere that's beefing with America, like Russia or I don't know, like Afghanistan or wherever, like we not the president, but they don't care. We
Right.
in their eyes, we are the president because like, yo, you're American, and you know what I mean. Like that's like if a child at school is like misbehaving and like just being a complete asshole, like you're not gonna be like super friendly with the parent. You're gonna be like, hold on, what's up with you, bro? You know what I mean? Like y'all won. You're not the same person. But you know what I'm saying? So it sucks, but I don't agree that every Russian person should be not allowed to fly to the country, or there should be, I don't know, like untouchable. Like it's not fair, but that's the world we in, bro. Like
no, I agree. I just think it's unfortunate. I think you'll see a lot of people, especially younger Russians, that are completely against the idea of invading Ukraine. You see a lot of people fighting for Russia, the soldiers being like, yeah, we didn't know we were doing this. They're following command, sort of thing. But I think that is true. Producer Pat phrases like guilt by association. It feels very much like, okay, well, you have that label, you have that flag there, and through lack of nuance or just through everything going on, I can't grasp the idea of it. Or maybe it's just a natural thing. Maybe that's just our instincts to be tribal in that way.
For me, like this is white on white crime, and I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying?
Hot take on what's happening right now.
And then they try to draft you. You gonna go to war? You gonna go to war for them?
Hell no. Hell no, bro. First of all, I'm too old. Like, if you would have caught me at 20-year-old Dame when I gave a fuck about the world, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to war, bro. Let's go. You know,
40,
for a different country completely. 20-year-old Dame, yeah, fighting for Ukraine,
shit, bro. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for the Civil War 2 to happen so I can start robbing some of these neighbors for their groceries. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like, I'm following this whole Ukraine and shit like that because, like, I think it could possibly lead to World War III. But at the same time, I don't give a shit, man. I'm ready to go anyway. My kids is driving me crazy. Like,
another benefit of having kids. Another benefit. If there's a risk of nuclear warfare, if you have kids, you're not going to worry about it so much because they're driving you up the wall. That's
Hey, look, my girl, we was talking about this last night, right? And we're talking about the whole possibility of having there being like a nuclear war, like just sending nukes back and forth. Like she was like, man, if that happens, I just want to go on the first one. Like I just want to go on. I don't want to be around and get like the lingering effects of nuclear, and then like the world's going to end out. I'm just dying harshly for the next 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, what would y'all do? Would you rather this be like, if the world's going to end, right? Would you rather just go out with the first bomb or like just deteriorate miserably for like a couple years?
I'm not going to deteriorate. I've been preparing. Like believe it or not, I'm like a black doomsday prepper. I'm preparing for this shit.
We believe
I've been
it.
preparing for this shit for years. I got bug out bags. I keep a gun in every car. I got an AR shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm ready for this shit, bro. I got a friend up in the mountains who actually dug a cave and put provisions and everything in the cave. So he was like, listen, when the shit goes down, get your family up here. You know what I'm saying? So we've been preparing for this shit for a long time.
I love that. If shit goes down, yo, meet me at the cave. I made a cave. Meet me in it.
Yeah, my boy, he's ex-military, and when he got out, you know, he got the crazy classification. So he's been up there preparing for this shit for about 6-7 years. Like blowing up part of his mountain so he could make a nice little cave and tunnels and shit like that. I hit him up like every 6 months to see how far he is. He's about half a football. Like he's got like a half a football dug up a cave and shit with tunnels. So I'm like, bro, listen, when the shit goes down, I'm coming up there, bro. Like, you know, we've been supplying each other with shit. You know what I mean? Like I'll get him weed seeds and you know what I'm saying? And he's like, listen, I got weed growing in the cave. I mean, they're not going to find the cave because it's on a private, it's on a private piece of land, so I can freely talk about this shit. You know what I mean? But
this is not classified information.
yeah,
Not
my boy's
classified.
been prepping, man. My boy's been prepping, so you know what I mean. I got somewhere safe for me and my family to get to.
So you feel confident
So,
about it. That kind of goes back to your other answer of not caring. You have a plan, so
yeah,
you can afford to
yeah,
like not really care as much. I'm
yeah.
with you. I don't feel I'm going to deteriorate. And if anything, I feel like nuclear bomb hits, hide in the refrigerator, whatever. Nuclear bomb hits, I come out, I'm like, all right, that was kind of wild. I may get a little cough. That would be annoying. I'll admit the cough is going to be annoying, but I'm still going to try to thrive. I live, laugh, love.
Right.
You know? Like I'm not going to like let nuclear warfare stop me from doing things I like doing on Wednesdays.
Nah, hell nah, bro. I got bulletproof vests for the whole family. We ready for this shit, bro. I got MREs in the basement. I got homemade napalm Molotovs. You know what I mean?
Wait, homemade napalm?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just the gasoline and dish soap. Like that's a little bit of something. When I first met my friend, yo, like he put me on some shit. You know what I mean? And he got me the Anarchist Cookbook on a drive, on a flash drive.
Oh, damn.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they banned that book in some places.
They did. You know what I'm saying? So I have it on a flash drive, and it's a white guy, and he wrote Ubuntu on it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "I am because we are," and I'm like, "I fucks with this guy." You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So like, I would go to like places where I can't get Wi-Fi, plug it in, and start reading. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness, I love these connects you have, bro.
I like the idea of there being a nuclear warfare, and you're just like, well, I got a bulletproof vest.
No, I mean that's just to help me get to where I need to get to. You know what I'm saying? Because the bullets are definitely going to start flying when shit hit the fan.
Yeah. There's
You
a
know
nuclear bomb go off. Guns are gonna pop off too. That's just like,
oh hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a wild one.
I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna try to live as long as possible. Like
yeah.
I would like if like the world is like deteriorating, like the streets are crazy. Like I don't know. Like I know one thing. My TikTok gonna be popping. I'm gonna be making videos everywhere. Like, yo, look at this shit.
It's like I am legend. I am Massenburg. It's just
hell yeah.
Instead of a dog, it's just you and your TikTok dances.
Me and some rat.
Nah, I want to see the cardboard signs, bro.
Oh, dang. I stopped doing those, yo.
It's been a minute.
I know, man. I know. I missed those, man. The homeless douche. That's what you called it, right?
The homeless. I stopped doing it because the white man took it over, bro. I don't know. The white boy dude with a sign. You can go. People can go check him out. Whatever. I don't care about it anymore. But they literally stole my whole blueprint. I'm not okay. I don't know if they stole it, but they was doing exactly what I was doing, and they had he has backing. He has people with money supporting him. This motherfucker was on Ellen. He was on Ellen with cardboard signs, bro. Like,
yeah,
he got games in Target of cardboard sign. And people, it got to a point where people thought that I was copying him.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right. I was like, whatever, bro. You got that. I'm a stand-up comedian. I got bigger aspirations than be just some known with some cardboard. So I was like,
yeah,
whatever, bro. So.
Nah, you just got colonized, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He invaded your cardboard country.
I should have had my AR-15. Dang.
Fucking right, bro. Fucking right. Well, you got backing down, bro. I got the AR. That's better than money. You can get the money with that.
Right. For sure.
So one thing we always love doing on this show, man, is let the people know what's on our minds and things that we want to suggest them. Things they could do with their kids, things they could do solo. Welcome to the prop suggestions. Let's get some prop suggestions real quick. You know, a lot of times people, when they're prepping up, it could be for anything. They're about to make a big meal, they're about to do a big comedy show, about to do some sort of combat. People like to shadow box a little bit, get in the zone, feel like Rocky. My prop suggestion is to switch it up a little bit and do shadow kicks. Sometimes you want to prep up for yourself. You know, you want to do the hand thing. You can do that too. But if you really want to get the circulation going, get them legs going. It's a nice move right there. Especially you'll be like prepping up for a show, about to get on stage. Got to practice on your like maneuvers and all that. If you've seen me on a showcase, there's a good chance that I was in the other room working on some shadow kicks. And it's something that I think the people will benefit from.
Yo, You probably scare the shit out of somebody. They walk in the room and see you kicking the air. Like, what is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, they probably feel the wind of it. Like sometimes I've had people be like, "Ooh," like I remember I was at Phantom Power, and I was about to. It was like a mic, and I was doing like a roundhouse kick to the pole that's out there. Mike O'Donnell caught that, and he was like, "Ooh," he enjoyed that. So, sometimes you could influence the people with your shadow kicks, and I was glad to do it on that occasion.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here goes my suggestion. So, the listeners, everybody, you guys should know by now that I have a girlfriend, and my girl, she got a retail store, here in Brooklyn, but not everybody lives in Brooklyn or visits New York, so they can't come shop at the store. So now the website is live, so you can shop at her store on the website. So that is my suggestion. I suggest everybody go to shopamanimarket.com and after post production, can we put like a little shopamanimarket.com up on the screen? You know what I'm saying? And Amani is AMANI, shopamanimarket.com. Listen, you got skincare products, you got clothing, you got jewelry, you got home goods. I mean, the store features over 40 different Black-owned businesses. Man, come support, check it out. That's my suggestion.
Yeah, don't they have candles?
They got hella candles, bro. Like,
hella get yourself a good candle right there. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? You might see some mass hysterical products in there from your boy. You know what I mean? Check it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Oh yeah. Damien, you got any suggestions for the masses?
Yeah, yo, just be prepared for any and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need a anarchist cookbook copy, send me your flash drives or meet up with me and I'll burn it off for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just be prepared for any and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know what's gonna happen. So I try to prep for everything, whether it's comedy, whether it's just everyday life, like even when I'm running late for work, like I already have a whole list of reasons of why I'm running late. You know what I'm saying? Like my boss is like, yo, you got more excuses than a fucking little bit. I'm like, exactly, and I got more coming. You know what I'm saying? So always prep, man. Always prep for everything in life. You know what I'm saying? And you'll never be wrong. You know what I mean? And even when you're wrong, you can prep to be wrong.
That was like a veiled prop suggestion of just the anarchist cookbook. That was just like, that's the main part of it. There's a lot of stuff around it, but that's the main thing I want to suggest.
When you say always be prepared, right? You take me as somebody that likes to see marinate their meat overnight. Do you do that when you cook? Do you like to marinate?
I used to be a chef, so you got to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh damn!
I knew it.
I knew it because when you said. Go ahead. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick, yo. Like I'm about to pop the trunk and step out of the car, and then I'm gonna come right back in.
Okay.
Like this is my prep level.
I knew it though. Like when somebody like says like you got to be prepared. You always got to be ready. That's somebody that takes time and gets ready. Like so, I knew he marinated his meat like a night in advance.
Bulletproof vest right here.
I was about to say, Prop Jets is going to get their first bulletproof vest, and yes, that is indeed what's happening.
I keep the bulletproof vest on deck, and like I said, bro, I know. I keep my little guy with me. You know what I'm saying? Now I know I can't come up to New York with it, but I keep the knives on deck too. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like I'm prepared for everything when it goes down. You know what I'm saying? Never know where you're going to be and what's going to happen.
Do you have a neck pillow?
A what?
A neck pillow?
Yes, that is actually in the house. I took it out because I was using it in my truck to catch a nap.
All right, I mean? You really are prepared for everything. Damn. All right, good.
Yeah, I'm a bro.
Bro, you making a good. I'm telling you, you're making a good case to get drafted right now, Dan.
bro, they can try all they want, bro. I got bad feet and knees and shit, bro. The marches ain't happening for me, bro. You know what I mean? I like watching January 6th. Let me know. Yeah, y'all can keep that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like I've been having this shit around me for like 20 something years now. You know what I mean? Doing this shit. Yeah.
And it's crazy how we will take things will happen on a date, and then that date just becomes synonymous with that thing that happened. Like you got 9/11, January 6th. Like it's just like that's that day. Like if that's your birthday, that just sucks. You know what I mean?
It's like people see you celebrate, and it's like, what are they celebrating right now? This is an anniversary that they should not be celebrating. This damn white supremacists.
Wait, what, you got those balloons because you love 9/11? What's going on? You know?
Right.
Now, Damien, your mention of being a chef, that prompted two questions to come up with me. One, I know you love the Wu-Tang, and just real quick, who's your favorite member of the Wu-Tang?
Oh shit, man. It's actually it's hard for me, bro, because like, damn, that's a
real
good
New
question.
Yorker.
Like,
That's a New Yorker answering that right there. Of like, oh
yeah,
man, really? That's a hard one.
Like, I met Old Dirty Bastard the week he died and got to hang out with him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like that was like I literally felt like you know when people cry when they see like the Pope and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened to me. You know what I mean? Like I cried talking to Old Dirty, and he was like, "Yo, like you good?" I'm like, "Bro, you gotta understand. Like, I was 12 years old when your demo when your demo got brought to me. You know what I mean? And it's like this is the greatest moment of my life right now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is better than my first child being born type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm meeting my idol. Like you know what I'm saying? And when he died, it was like, all right, man, fuck, bro. Like maybe I shouldn't go to hip hop concerts because it seems like every time I do some shit, like motherfuckers drop dead. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
damn.
yeah, so like Old Dirty is Old Dirty, Ghostface, and Raekwon are my top three. But like I don't single out because I bought every single one of their albums. You know, from Inspector Deck to You God. Like I think You God actually has some bars people overlooking because he's like the least like member of Wu-Tang, but he's actually one of the dopest spitters. You know what I'm saying?
He's the 4-bar king. He just hops on a song, just 4 bars, just like, oh, all right, that was nice.
Yeah. Oh, he's in and out. You know, one foot in the street, one foot in the studio.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, man. Yeah. So I would say Dirty, Ghost, and Raekwon top three. You know what I mean? For
that
me,
makes sense. Yeah, you strike me as a Ghost guy.
Oh yeah. Nah, heavy like Ghostface. Like right now, Ghostface is my favorite because Old Dirty ain't dropping music no more. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Ghost overtook that. Like I love Ghost's swag, the robes, the giant eagle.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like I wanted all that shit. You know, I'm still going to get all that shit. That's why I got to make it in comedy so I could come out on my baby Ghostface shit. You know what I'm saying?
You have the chain swing down to your torn meniscus. You have all that.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I want to be the first comedian to come out with the like how he had the eagle bracelet.
Yeah.
But I want my mic to be on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it would be cool if it was a functioning mic. It's just like
That's
a gold-plated mic that works.
Bluetooth, baby, just drop it in there. Let's go.
Did I tell you I've met Ghosts? I went to a concert like about 2 years ago. He's one of my favorites of all time just in general. And I was like, I didn't like cry, but he was walking past, and I was very much like, I'm gonna stretch my hand out. I'm gonna do it. And then he dapped me up, and literally I was like, and it was right before he got on stage and like did special delivery too. It was one of the craziest moments. But then afterward, he was coming back, and my boy Alex was with me. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to get a photo real quick. And they were kind of bum rushing through, and I stopped through and I was like, hey, Ghost. And he was willing to do it. Like the security was going to push me away, but he was like, no, let's do it. My buddy Alex did not have the camera ready. He did not have the camera ready. And Ghost was like, I forgot what Ghost said. He said something funny, but he walked away. Like he was like, we'll see ya. Like, yeah, but he was a cool dude though, and great performer live.
Kirk hasn't washed his hand. He hasn't washed his hand since.
No joke. That weekend I didn't wash it. It was before COVID and all that stuff. But even if it was during COVID, I may have rocked out. If Ghostface gave me COVID, that'd be an honorable type of COVID.
Hell yeah. I met Louis C.K. right.
Yeah.
Like I got some crazy stories and they're all 100% true. I went to go see Louis C.K. at Magoobies when he came working on his new special, whatever. And I'm outside smoking a cigarette because his opening act wasn't that funny to me. So that was my escape to go get that cigarette in. And while I'm out there, I'm looking at this 4-door Porsche, and he just comes and walks right past me. And I'm like, oh shit, bro. Like, yo, like I didn't know how to break the ice to him. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm a huge fan of Louis C.K. I believe in jerking off on bitches. But like I was like, yo, like that's a nice Porsche, man, and I want to let you know you still got some real fans out here and everything like that, and you know what I mean, like it's for me, this is an honor being a young comedian to actually see somebody that I admire work on a new hour. And he was like, oh man, like that means so much to hear coming from a stranger and everything. Like, I appreciate you. So then he goes on stage, he does like a whole hour and 15 minutes. And as he's coming off the stage, he like breaks through his security and like touches me on the shoulder, like right next to my wife, and Ron Kane and his wife are there. And he's like, yo, thank you for that, man. I needed to hear that before I went up there. Wow. And like, they're all like, yo, did Louis C.K. just touch you? I'm like, bro, he come stains on the flannel. Like, yes. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I still have that flannel folded up in my drawer. I've never washed it. You know what I
mean?
That's crazy.
Oh, that turn of phrasing right there. Louis C.K. just touched you. That's really cool, man.
No, he said, "Come stains on the flannel."
Yo, like I was just like, yo, like it was just like an honor for him to like even acknowledge me after I just told him, like you're the shit to me. Like Pootie Tang to me is like one of the greatest movies ever. Like, I have a National Pootie Tang Day at my household where I watch that movie like 4 or 5 times in a day, and my wife and kids get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? But then my youngest would be like, yo, Sadate Pops. I'm like, tip the tab. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, you never know. When you said that, it made me think like you never know what somebody's going through. Like, that's why you gotta be a good person at all times, be genuine and not be like an asshole. Cause like you said, though, he probably really needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And in your eyes, you would never think like, you didn't go up to him like, yo, I know he needs to hear this, but like you just was being genuine and keeping it real with him. Like, never know.
You never know what people are going through. However, in that case, we knew what he was going through. We had an idea. We had a fair idea of what was going on.
I got one more story I'm gonna share with y'all. It's about when you mentioned a special delivery.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a G Dep song, right?
Yeah, the original.
I sold G Dep crack.
Oh, snaps.
Okay.
Yeah. When that song came out, my cousin was a promoter here in Harrisburg back in the day, and he brought G Dep to Harrisburg, and my cousin and him got real close and whatnot, so he confided in my cousin like he smoked crack. You know what I mean? And my cousin knew that I had some plugs and whatnot, so he brings him over to my crib, and I'm actually playing Madden 2002, bumping G Dep's album. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit just came out. I'm like, yo, this is a hard ass album. Like, I listen to that shit. Like, I still listen to it to this day. So he brings him over and everything like that. And my cousin's like, yo, this is my man, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, he cool peoples. You know what I mean? He just trying to get some crack. And I'm like, oh shit, bro. Like, I only got weed in the crib right now. Give me a second. You know what I'm saying? So I called up one of my homies. You know what I mean? OG crack dealer and shit in Harrisburg. And I traded him some weed for some crack because he wanted to smoke some weed. So we made the exchange off and everything like that. Then I brought it back to him, and I mean, we sitting there in my crib, and he's like, yo, like I normally don't ask people this, man, da 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 da. Like, you got anywhere I can smoke this? And I was like, yo, at first I was like, nigga, you gotta go down to the laundry room and whatnot. You know what I mean? But I'm from the 80s. I know what burning crack smell like. So I was like, listen, bro, I'm not even going to do that to you. Like, you cool as fuck. Like, not realizing that this is G Dep in my face, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, just go in my bathroom, turn the shower on, open up the window, and light those candles on the sink. So he does all that and everything like that, you know what I mean? And my friends are like, yo, you really going to let this do? I'm like, yo, I got a feeling about this guy. So then he comes out and winds up giving us backstage passes, and he actually signed my G Dep album.
Damn.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there like, yo, like, hold on, bro, you G Dep. Like, I'm sitting here the whole time like, you look familiar, not realizing your album's sitting on my fucking CD case. Like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, like, that was sad to hear. When he turned himself in, that was sad to hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a wild story, man.
That would be a crazy story if it wasn't G Dep, but like, yeah, the fact that it was, that's wild, bro. Like,
yeah, man. Like, I consider myself like the Black Forrest Gump. I don't go looking for these dope ass adventures and stories. They just happen to fall on me. You know what I mean?
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me, TK Kirkland, right?
Yeah.
TK been doing comedy. He like 60 at this point, but he been doing comedy fucking 40 years, it felt like. But he always, every time I watch an interview with him, he always has like some wild stories about like celebrities. And you're like a mini TK Kirkman at this point.
Yo, I met him, bro. I met TK. Yo, I met at the Baltimore Comedy Factory.
And I sold him insulin.
Man, you can look up the picture of me and TK. And you know, I slid him my card and everything because like I'm trying to get like more big name black comedians to start coming to Harrisburg and everything like that. And I was gonna refer him to some people, and sure enough, he actually came to Harrisburg and everything, but he wouldn't let me open up because I'm a dirty comic. Like he only need comics to open for him.
I heard that because he's dirty and he don't want it to be like he don't want it to be just like dirty. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I got you.
Regarding some of your adventures, man, I was one of the things that prompted this too. I was curious about this adventure. Now a lot of people know that you're a great comic and doing your thing out there in Harrisburg. Some people may not know that you're also a solidified porn star. Let's take us through that. What was your ventures into the world of pornography?
It goes like this. The year was 2005. I just left my job at the Patriot News after 10 years of being on their staff. And Harrisburg is like, it's my home. I love it here, but it's a bit of a crab in the barrel type shit. And I had to get out of here. I had to leave to clear my head and everything like that. So, you know, my best friend, who's my brother and shit, he's one of my brothers. He just came back from Iraq, you know, with life-changing injuries and shit, lost his leg and his eye. And we used to rap together. Like I actually taught this dude how to rap. And he wanted to go back to California to continue working on music with some fellow Marines that they created a group with and everything like that. You know what I mean? So I was like, bro, like I'm sitting here right now with like $80,000 cash in a fucking duffel bag. Like, you know what I'm like, let me go, bro. I could pay whatever just for us to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And he got money, I got money. So we put a plan in motion and we moved to California. We moved to Oceanside, San Diego, North San Diego County, right outside Camp Pendleton, which was amazing. It was my first flight. I got sick on the flight, and you know, like he's like, we do this thing like whenever we get drunk, because all my best friends that joined the military are like my brothers and shit. So we do this thing where if we get drunk and someone's throwing up, we tell them to sound off like they got a pair. So I'm on the plane, right, and my friend is like 2 hours up from me and shit, and he's like, "Yo, sound off like you got a pair," and I'm just like throwing up on the plane and shit. So then we get to Los Angeles. We land in Los Angeles and we drive down to San Diego. And you know, we get the keys to the crib the next day after spending the night at some chick's crib that he was cool with. And I say about maybe 3 or 4 months. This is why I say California is like the real land of dreams and shit. It's like some Wizard of Oz type shit. Like if you want it, it's gonna happen to you. So like, you know, every kid dreams of wanting to be like a porn star at some point. You know what I'm saying? You just want to fuck the flies bitches and get money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there like, you know, following some porn stars on MySpace, because this is when MySpace was popping. And
I'm picturing your top 8 right now. I'm picturing your favorite 8. It's just like Gianna Michaels, just like it was Carmen Hayes. My top 8 was like Carmen Hayes, Tony Eveready, Byron Long, Stacey Cash, rest in peace. That was my boo. Damn, yo, Pinky was like, this is when Pinky was just getting started. Like there was two girls with the name Pink associated with them, 2 black caramel chicks, Pinky and Pink. Like I knew Pink, but I didn't know Pinky until like shortly getting into the game. So I get this message on MySpace, right? And it's a friend from back home. You know, and she's like, "Yo, what's good? What you doing? Da 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 da." I'm like, "Yo, I'm doing good. I'm out here living in California, living this dream. You know, smoking the finest weed, whatnot." And she's like, "Yo, like, guess where I'm at?" I'm like, "Yo, like back in Harrisburg, chilling with everybody else." She was like, "Nah, like I'm in Los Angeles, and I want you to come see me." So I'm like, "Word? Hell yeah!" Like you always been the homie. Like we go way back to like elementary school and shit. So me and my best friend and his girlfriend,
we hop in the car, right? And we drive all the way up to Los Angeles, like a 4-hour trip with traffic and shit. And we get up there and like we pull into the house and I'm like, yo, this motherfucking house look familiar. And he's like, yo, it's something in this area about this house. Right. So we get out the car, go up, knock on the door, and this big titty white woman come out and she's like, hey, how y'all doing? Da da da. Y'all must be here for the new girl. We like, new girl, like, what the fuck's going on? You know what I'm saying? So we walk down this house and like this house was built weird because like you coming through the front door, but you're immediately walking past all the bedrooms. You know what I mean? So we're walking by the bedrooms and it just so happens that one of the bedroom doors was open on the right and they were shooting a scene in there. So I walk past the room first and I look in the room because, you know, I'm a little bit nosy, whatnot. So I look in the room and I see people fucking and the cameraman and I immediately like reach back over my shoulder, smacking my bro in the chest like, nigga.
Yo, look at this.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pointing in the room while this white lady just walking me down the hallway all nonchalantly, like, this shit ain't happening. I'm like, bruh, like, oh shit, right? So then we get into where the house opens up from the hallway, from the bedrooms to like the living room and the kitchen and everything like that. And we walked into like black porn mecca, bruh. Like, I'm like, oh shit, like everybody I jerked off to from like age 13 is in this house. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nigga, yo, there's such a, bruh. Like it was like, what's that movie where he was like, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? And he couldn't stop saying, what's up, what's up? Like, I was just like, yo, like, it was crazy. I'm talking about like
was Cherokee there?
Cherokee was there, bro. Yes. Got to kiss the titty. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it wasn't no cum on it, but got to kiss the titty and all that, bro. Cherokee was in there. Stacey Dash was there. Carmen Hayes was there. Byron Long. Max Julian, Delvin Weed, Pinky Pink, like they was having a barbecue and shooting scenes and shit in this house. And I'm like, yo, what's the white dude? He a Jewish white dude. He actually a rabbi / porn star. His name Justin something. Oh. But he was there, bro. Like, and he actually was like, he was like one of the first ones that was cool because like I'm up there like wearing Jordan. I got a red Jordan jersey on, some custom painted Jordans and some blue jeans. So I'm in there like cripping and blooding at the same time. And like everybody in there is like all the black porn stars at the time was Crips. You know what I'm saying? Like that was they way of gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Like legally.
Right. they really gang banging. You know?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So me and my bro in there like, yo, we just died and went to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, we this is what we always wanted to do. We always wanted to get into this life. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I was starstruck for a second, but then it was like, nigga, I jerk off. Like these people see a million me's all the time. Guys fucking jerk off. So I'm just trying to play it cool and everything. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I brought some weed for the occasion. Like I ain't know where we was coming. I just came to see my friend. And my friend come running in topless and shit, titties just flopping around. I'm like, oh, hey, like, never seen you like this. You know what I mean? And she's like, yeah, da. So she's giving me the rundown on how she got recruited into it and everything like that. And I'm like, dope, bro, dope. So she does her scenes, whatnot, gets her money. We leave, and we spend some time. Like she comes and hangs out for a couple days down with us down in San Diego to see how we living and everything like that. And then after she left, me and my bro kept the fucking, we kept the communication lines open with all the porn stars and shit. Like Byron Long was my weed man because he had the connection to the medical before it was like the explosion that it is today. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like California legalized in like 2004, 2005. That's the time I was living out there. So like I'm sitting here like, yo, da. Next thing you know, they like, yo, like, you cool as fuck, bro. Like, you want to get into this life? I'm like, hell yeah, nigga. What motherfucker don't want to be a porn star? You know what I'm saying? So
there was no hesitation. No hesitation. You were
Oh,
100% game.
none whatsoever, bro. Like I said, I just live life as it comes and shit. You know what I mean? So they it's me and my bro and Tony Everready. And Tony Everready, like before he slides out, he puts on his Crip bandana and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, nigga, we about to die. You got your gun? He's like, I got my gun. I'm like, I got mine too. So just in case anybody pop off at us, like we firing back and getting the fuck back down to San Diego. Fuck this shit. But we get over to Dark Side Entertainment, and I get the Dark Side Entertainment and everything like that. And I'm literally on that white, disgusting, nasty ass casting couch. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit's been fucked in. Like you ever been to like a ratchet chick's crib and you sit on their couch and the shit just like sink in, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro, that's what the casting couch was like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting on this casting couch and I'm like, bro, like, I can't believe I'm actually sitting on this couch. He was like, listen, I'm gonna bring in a chick. You know what I mean? Here's a condom. I'm gonna have you fuck her on camera. And like, this is your test date. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I forget, cause what's her name, yo?
Susan Sarandon.
Nah, I wish it would have been, but nah, damn, yo.
How did you do? Like, did you?
They offered me the job, like the nigga had the contract. Like, cause I ate the pussy from the back, from the rip. You know what I'm saying? Thumb in the ass. Like he was like, oh, this kid is giving me angles. You know what I'm saying? Like I went Vince Carter in the dunk contest on that pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, was there conversations were there conversations with the person beforehand? Like, what is that like when meeting someone new and then about to do something quite intimate right on camera? Was it just right to the action, or do you have like a prep talk beforehand?
You get to you like if you're working with him, you kind of want to know what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? What the turn-ons is and turn-offs and everything like that. You know what I mean? And like Girly was cool. She was like, yeah, you know, like this is your introductory fuck, so you know, just feel free to be who you would be like behind closed doors. So I'm like, nigga, I'm a nasty motherfucker behind closed doors. I eat ass. I've been eating ass since like 85 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, listen, like you ain't never met no nasty introductory nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? So we both gave each other like a run for the money. Like, you know, we 69 on the couch and like I'm trying to like fuck her face from the downstroke, and you know what I mean? She's like trying to fucking smother me with the fucking pussy, but she don't know I got exceptional pussy eating skills. Like you could sit on my face for an hour with no breath. You know what I'm saying? I'm a scuba diver, baby. so like we went at it hard, right? And as soon as we was done, I hit the money shot across the titties perfectly and everything like that. Dude was like, phenomenal. You know, he was like, you ain't got the, like, no homo. Like, I hate telling this. He was like, you ain't got the biggest package, but bro, you was working the fucking pussy. Like, she was screaming all over your dick. I'm like, yes, I like to hear these words. You know what I'm saying? And he had the contract drew up and everything like that, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
what was more rewarding for you, being able to have this interaction with this lady, the sex with the lady, or the person afterward, the producer, being like, you got it, kid? Which one was the better?
Yo, for me, it was the whole experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I didn't even think my dick was gonna get hard for the scene at first. You know what I'm saying? And then she pulled the titties out. I started kissing on the titties and shit, and slid my finger down, started finger banging her and everything like that. Like I went intimate nasty with her. You know what I'm saying? And we went to work, man, and the dude was just like, yo, contract, baby. You know, like chaining day. Like when Kanye got the Rockefeller chain, like that was my moment. You know what I'm saying? I got the Rockefeller chain. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there like, yo, holla, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So he was like, you know, he was like, you definitely did your thing, da. Now I need you to go here to go get your AIDS test and everything before we start shooting. I'm like, bro, like you could have had me do all this from the rip. He was like, I know, man, but you know, like we kind of starving for new male performers, so you know what I mean. I wanted to test you out, and you know, you had a condom, and you know, like pussy eating and all that. We don't. I'm like, bro, you can still get a disease from the pussy eating, but I know I'm clean. So I went and took my AIDS test, but I was kind of scared because, you know, like that's around the time where I was like, yo, raw pussy feel better than condom pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to shoot clubs up and shit before I left Harrisburg.
said
And
you said that was around the time, like it changed. Like no, it didn't change.
nah, you know, yeah. I'm talking about for me, like that was around the time like I had took the condom off myself, you know what I mean, to get that warm pussy, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So I went and filled out the contract and everything like that. Just standard issue. Starting off 10 scenes, $600 per scene. You know what I mean? You can get paid in a lump sum, or you can get paid per scene by the on-scene producer. That day they'll cut you a check. So I was like, look, man, like I got $80,000 sitting at the crib. Like, nigga, this is a dream for me. Like, you know, just pay me as I do the scenes. He was like, damn, like you're not even worried about the money or nothing. I'm like, bro, I'm not really worried about anything except you know, fucking these bitches. So
I love this is a passion project for you. I like you.
yeah,
I'll
you
do
know
it
what
for
I'm
free.
saying?
I'll do it for
So
free.
bro, if I could, I would, but I'm not, because they paying, so pay me. You know what I'm saying? Like
From what the producer mentioned, just overall my knowledge of it, sometimes there could be a lack of male performers. Did this for you? Do you feel like you risk being overworked, or were you just excited in general about the whole experience?
I was going for like them kids are going for it right now with the NFL Combine. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to run a 4.240. I'm trying to not drop a pass. You know what I'm saying? My broad jump got to be fucking phenomenal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just eager to just get busy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just picturing Dame bench pressing chicks.
I got him split with the legs open, just you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. Like, like yeah, man. So I did
No,
I did the 10 scenes, made some good money, made some lifelong connections, and you know what I mean? I actually even started producing music for porns and shit like that, and doing camera work too.
Oh,
Wild, yo.
Now,
Yeah.
for those that know you, for those that are a fan of your comedy, where can they find this footage?
You can't.
Okay.
I wound up buying my masters out. I wound up owning my masters.
Pulled a Kanye.
And yeah, like I wound up owning my masters, and I had to have a conversation with my mom and dad before I came back to Harrisburg to let them know what was going on with me in California. And I think I put my mom in a coma because of that. But I had to call them and tell them what was going on and everything like that. And like I was shocked at the support that they had for me, and they told me just let us know what movies you're in, so me and your dad won't rent them. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like that's the ultimate fucking alley-oop. Like my mom was more supportive of me doing porn than she was of me doing comedy when I first started.
Oh, well.
It's like I don't know if my son is funny, but I know my son's a freak.
Yeah, she was like, I know he'll fuck the shit out of some bitches because goddamn they keep calling here. But you know what I mean? So
I know he's been eating butt since 1985.
Yeah, I was only 5 when I started. You know what I'm saying? I come from a nasty neighborhood.
Now I'm curious with that with porn. You mentioned you had the conversation with your parents prior, and that you own it now. It sounds like it was a few years ago, like back early 2000s.
17 years ago.
17 years ago. What is your take on it now? Like if someone was to say like, oh, they wanted to see it, do you hide that from them, or is it something that you and I promise this isn't me not trying to get footage. I realize as I'm asking that question, like how do I find this? Not what I'm aiming for, but with that footage, how do you feel about it now?
Well, I'm still proud of it because it's something that I wanted to do and it's something that I accomplished. I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? But my oldest is 26 now, and it's like I can't have my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing this shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know, let me just destroy this footage. You know what I mean? So I had a little visual where I smoked some blunts, drank some Hennessy on the porch, and put the masters inside of a fucking a grill and set them on fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it was one of the hardest decisions I ever made.
You didn't keep this one?
I got footage of I shouldn't even be saying this because my wife is gonna fucking kill me when she hears this one. But I got I found my old hard drive and from around that time, and I got footage of a chick sucking cocaine off my dick, and and I was like, oh shit, like I gotta find it, and I can't. I want to erase it, but I can't erase it. You know what I mean? So I got that drive fucking hidden well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn.
You hypothetically you can find it if I decide to plug it up to my laptop, Pat. Yeah, like
next time we go to the Comedy Zone, we see something playing in the background, like voice sounds.
If I'm ever on my laptop and you see me pull out a hard drive, I'm either watching a movie or watching my last hurrah. You know,
They're just watching it with one teardrop. Like, oh, the sentimentality behind it.
Yeah, I'm like that Indian on the side of the road crying, like I used to be great. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Yo, Alan, would you ever, I mean, I feel like I know the answers now, but have you ever considered venturing into the world of pornography?
Not the professional world.
Just amateur, straight, just amateur world.
Like hasn't everybody recorded themselves before? Like with somebody, yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it where like it would be put out so people see it. But like, yeah, I mean, I've had a wild life. Have you not recorded yourself with someone, Pat? I mean, Kirk.
I'll say I've recorded myself with myself back in my early days.
Wait.
When you're about 18 or so, like that. You may have some ways to excite yourself, sort of thing.
Wait. You record yourself masturbating?
I won't go into details of it, but you maybe get some like mirror shots. Maybe get like about that. You kind of see like your technique after you're done with your technique. Like, okay, that's how I move. That's how I kind of figured I moved, but it's different seeing it. It's like hearing your own voice. It's wild.
Yeah.
Wow, no, yeah, but I did some things in college, you know what I mean? So, but it wasn't nothing that's like I didn't get paid for it. It's just some personal stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, listen, bro, like the whole industry has changed over the last 6-7 years, you know what I'm saying? Like people got the OnlyFans popping and like all my friends who are kind of semi-retired from porn got their OnlyFans and they're still doing it. So it's like paying directly for it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
a lot of people are benefiting from that. Which actually, back to Russia, actually, that's one of the sanctions are the effects of the sanctions. They banned Russian users from Twitch and OnlyFans.
Oh, wow.
And if you're listening to this, Grashenka 69, I'll follow you when you come back. I will follow you when you come back. Kirk is here with you.
Yeah, well, see, Russia. Here's the thing about Russian porn is, a lot of their shit, like that's where the bestiality comes out of.
Oh goodness,
yeah,
I didn't realize that.
Like, yeah, a lot of the Russian porn is bestiality and shit. You know what I mean? Like there was a Russian chicken fucker. There was a guy who fucked a snake from Russia.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. Like the women fuck horses and donkeys and shit over there, bro. Like. It's wild what they're into over there, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, man.
OnlyFans may have made a good call on that one then. Mike Grashenka isn't up to these type of things. That's wild, man. Well, thank you for sharing that experience. I've never spoken. I've always been curious, and I think we've always played with the idea of like having someone that has done some form of sex work on there. Yeah. And when we realized like, oh, Damien's going to be on, he was at one point and did some sex work. I was glad to be able to prep up some questions for that. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, man. Yo, like I said, I'm an open book with my homies, man. If y'all want to ask me anything, feel free and I'll tell you what I got.
That was enlightening. Appreciate that. Yeah.
It sounds like a good porn name right there. Enlightening.
That's a good one. My name was Filler Hyman.
Filler who?
Filler Hyman.
Filler. Oh goodness. Filler Hyman.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
it takes a second.
Yeah, it does. Like a lot of people like when I tell that joke, when I tell it in joke form, and I'm like, cause like I had to get my name. So for 2 weeks while I'm taking my AIDS test, I'm trying to figure out a name that's going to be like dope. You know what I'm saying? And like everyone has like a name that's like for them. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, like that name fits. But what the fuck is my name going to be? And I listen to like old R&B and shit like that. Like 70s R&B is my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the love. That was when R&B meant something to me. and a song by Phyllis Hyman came on. And I'm like, yo, what if she had a brother that did porn? Like, what if she had a twin brother that did porn? Like, and he just didn't have to change his name. Like, his name was Phil Hyman. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, so I was like, yo, like, that's going to be my name. And I went back and told the dude what my name was going to be. He was like, yo, that's fucking genius. Like, kid, you're a fucking genius already from the rip. And, you know, he had like all these ideas and shit like that. And like around that time is when cream pie became like the rage in porn. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of helped kick that off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is a wonderful name. That it makes sense. It's always interesting to hear how superheroes got their origin names, and I'm glad you were able to break that down for us. Very much appreciate that. Before we head out, I figure you guys want to get in some goals.
You guys got goals. I don't have no goals today. I don't have no goals today.
Truthfully, I didn't have any goals either. That's why I asked. So I was like, Alan's gonna start it off, and I'll think of my goal while he's doing it.
No, I mean, you know, I guess we just, you know, we gotta get on that. We gotta get on that proper Ebonics TikTok, posting videos. We got the TikTok popping. We gotta start posting videos on there. That'd be a goal.
Yeah. My goal is to find out the username and password to this TikTok account. That's my.
I don't know the password because I got a new phone, so I gotta figure it out too.
Nice, man. Well, with that, Damien, this has been wonderful. This has been as delightful as I expected. We talked about G-Dep.
I had a good time.
Yeah, man. For those listening, do you have anything you want to share with them? Any podcasts, any upcoming shows?
Yeah, yo, you could catch me on DNR podcast. That's DNR with Ron Kane as my co-host. We drop every Wednesday on all social media platforms and all that. Wherever you want to get your podcast from, you can catch us up on there, and you can hear some of my wild stories on there as well. I'll be at the Church of Satire this weekend featuring. I'm doing my first feature at the Church of Satire with Howard G from DC, Maryland, DMV area, and that's your headliner, and Michael Donald hosting.
Nice, cool, man.
Hey,
it'd be a good weekend.
Yeah. Alan, you got anything you want to share with the people?
You brought up Church of Satire, man. April Fool's Day, April 1st and April 2nd. I'm gonna be there headlining, and Kirk featuring for me on the 2nd.
It's gonna be a PE affair at Church Satire April 2nd. Check out April 1st as well, but April 2nd, it's gonna pop off.
Shout out to Jim Bryan, man.
Yeah, man, Jim Bryan's a good dude.
Yeah, for sure.
On March 25th, we're gonna be at Gary Limoges is holding a show in Lidditz. I should probably know the name of the venue, but I don't. So check out my page around like
Black Box. The Black Box.
It is a Black Box. I don't know if that's the name of the place. That just may be like a room we're in. But they've been like selling it out. Tickets been looking good. So come through for that if you're in the Lidditz area or just like driving sort of thing. And it's Mickey's Black Box. Yeah, producer.
Yo, and here's something too. I'm gonna be on that open mic so they can get promo footage. I'm gonna be on the open mic because Gary hit me up about doing a promo video of my comedy for them. So you know what I mean. I'm gonna actually be there with you that night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good show, man. And for those that, obviously from listening to this, you kind of know the deal. But if you haven't seen Damien perform, please check him out in the sense that you're going to be treating yourself. One of the best performers that I've seen in quite some time, and it's an honor to have you on, man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks again, Dame. Appreciate you.
No doubt.
Thanks for listening.
Anytime.
Yeah. Proper Ebonics in the building. We're out. Peace.
Peace.